Hi, everybody. Nice to see everybody again. This is Amy Esposito, and I'm introducing myself. This is a photo that I took up in the Eastern Sierras. Just beautiful how nature can come up out of these really hard rocks. That brings me to something that's very important to me, which is being in nature. These are some photos that I took in the Eastern Sierras several years ago. The one with the sky background, that's in Death Valley, where temperatures can reach in the 120s. Luckily, we were there when it was not that hot, but these are just spectacular areas to discover. A lot of people think that the desert does not have a lot of nature, but it's quite beautiful, and I highly suggest going there. The photo on the very right, the tree, that's one of the oldest trees in the world. That's up in the Inyo Mountains, which is a couple hours north of the Eastern Sierras, where I was near Death Valley. This is a little bit more nature. I was up right before COVID started, up in the British Columbia and Victoria, off of Victoria and some of the islands. A friend of mine's family has a cabin out there, and it was just absolutely spectacular. You can see here in some of the photos, and the photo on the top right is actually a moonrise, not a sunset. That was pretty spectacular. One of my hobbies, okay, it's very dietitian-y, but I love going to the farmer's market on the weekend, and I love making plant-based meals. I've taken cooking courses in plant-based, and I've also taught plant-based cooking skills to people. Just trying to get people to eat more of the good stuff, right? Not necessarily promoting a full vegan diet, but we know a lot of the research out there is Mediterranean and vegetarian, so I try to do a spin on that. I'm from Southern California, and here's me with my friends. I think a lot of us think that people think that Californians just sit around in the sun and watch the sunset. They're pretty spectacular sunsets, and they can be all over the world. This one is in the Santa Monica Bay in the Redondo Beach area, close to by where I live, and we get some really spectacular sunsets, especially with the smog. So I recareered. This is my educational background. I went to California State University, Los Angeles. I graduated in 2012. I was part of their coordinated didactic program and had a year internship in various settings, clinical, community, and school. My prior background, I was actually in commercial real estate. I had a AA in business and a real estate license, and I was in commercial leasing and property management. So pretty hard switch, but I'm very happy and feel rewarded with my choice of going back to school, and I have been a registered dietitian since 2012. My professional background is I started work at Providence Little Company of Mary in 2012. There's a lot writing here. I just kind of organized myself around this. I've worn a lot of hats in the last several years. There's a lot of different units to work on. I've learned a tremendous amount, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. More recently, I've worked for Dietitians on Demand, the University Hospital, and working also with some bariatric patients. And that's it. Thank you for coming.